Hello, and welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix 2013. This is the Grand Prix weekend comparison, or whatever the word is, companion. Companion would be a better word. Race thing. So, I'm in the Lotus, I'm Vikingen, I'm on the grid, I'm 5th. And we're about to get away in Spa-Francorchamps. So away we go. Try not to crash in the first corner like Grosjean last year in the Lotus. Managing to avoid any crashes. Good start. There's Grosjean behind me, so did he. So that's also quite good for the race. Quite quickly up into second position. Not too bad. So far so easy. Hamilton in front of me there. Bit rubbish on this track, to be quite honest, so don't expect miracles. Yeah, I'm pretty slow. Anyway, trying to overtake Hamilton, hitting the limiter there, getting inside of the corner, going round him, nicely done, beautiful, bish bash bosh. Engineer liked that one, great. So, either way, I like that saying, I seem to say that a lot in these videos. Anyway, well, this is Spa, quite a long race. This is the part where I start giving out some random facts that you probably don't need to know nor want to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway because, well, that's what I do in these videos. What else am I going to do for 11 laps out in Spa? Going wide a bit there, oh, nasty. Taking out, I think, Schumacher's front wing with my front left, and then going wide myself. At least I've still got my front wing. Anyway, the circuit of Spa these days is 7 kilometers long, which is 4.3 miles. I bet you didn't know that. The race length is 308 kilometers, which is 191 miles. And there's 20 turns on the circuit. Try counting them all, and I think you'll find I'm correct. Lap record is, on this current setup of track, is Vettel, which is from 2009, and it was a 1:47.263. Chances are I will not get anywhere near that in this video because I'm crap on Spa. But, you know, that's all part of the fun. As you can probably see though, I'm still currently second, and I'm only a second and a half already behind after one lap, so it's brilliant. The old Spa circuit, which was quite a death trap, but quite a special circuit, was 14 kilometers long, and quite famous for the amount of deaths on the circuit, but also for the fact that it just disappeared into the countryside, and cars would either come back or they wouldn't. The famous 1966 crash with Jackie Stewart is one which you often will hear about if you like motor racing, where he was driving along as you do on a race, and then his car spun off or flipped off or whatever happened, and he ended up basically down in the middle of nowhere in some ditch or similar, near-ish a barn with no one around and fuel leaking all over them. And back in those days they used highly flammable jet fuel or aviation fuel, so that was a pretty lethal cocktail. And so yeah, he was sat in that, basically getting burnt by the fuel or something, I seem to remember them saying. Anyway, yeah, so he ended up like getting soaked with fuel, and then somebody stopped to help him eventually, or run off and find a spanner because he couldn't get out because he was trapped in by his own steering wheel. So after that he started racing with a spanner strapped to his wheel, so that's why Stewart always does that. So yeah, that was part of his crusade, like the beginning of his crusade for safety in Formula 1, which we now see all the fruits of. So that's good. There's a bit of a random story as we start lap 3. And a 1:54, which is pretty rubbish, but then it's only the second lap, high on fuel, and I'm in a Lotus, which wasn't that great on 2012, so we could probably do worse. Either way, still second position, not a lot going on in the race at the moment. I'm fairly comfortably ahead of position 3, who's Vettel, and I'm fairly comfortably behind Hamilton, so there's not a lot going on as we just finished going up Eau Rouge there for the third time. I like that first sector of Spa. The second sector I really hate because I never drive it correctly. and the third sector I'm not terrible on, but generally I'm just bad on the circuit. This corner here that I'm just coming to, I always skid off wide. You can see me doing that a wee bit there. If you go in too quickly, you just seem to skid off wide in this game, and you have to slow down a lot, and I don't know, I'm just crap on this track. I've not seen many people who are actually any better than me, but I've seen plenty of computers people being better than me, so... and then I go wide in this corner again. I used to be good on that corner, but I seem to have got terrible at it. I'm looking forward to Monza next time, though. I'm good at that track. Anyway, as we continue on this wonderful, interesting journey along the line of information. That's a terrible analogy, or whatever. Anyway, Belgian Grand Prix. It's been held 68 times, not all at Spa. It was first held in 1925, so it's one of the nice historical races. Everyone loves Belgian Grand Prix, especially these days. Spa's a nice track compared to a lot of the new, slightly mundane tracks. And the most wins, well, that award is going to Schumacher. 6. Anyone want to guess who's got the second amount? Nope. Alright then, I'll tell you. Senna, he's got 5. And then you've got Clark, that's Jim Clark, who's got 4, and Raikkonen has also got 4. He's the highest amount of wins of a current driver, which is always nice. So they are going up Eau Rouge once again. Which is, well, lovely or something. Coming up now towards Les Combes, which is the wee chicane, braking hard for Les Combes, this chicane here, which is turn 7, 8, 9. This is kind of 9 here, and then coming down towards 10, which is Bruxelles or something I think it's called. I could spell it, but saying it's, I'm not really good with French. Anyway, either way, there's turn 11. And then heading down towards turn 12, which is Pouillon, I think, Pouillon. You can tell I'm not really good with reading, but oh well, I'm trying hard. Give me a like for, give me a wee thumbs up or whatever for trying hard. There's turn 13, Campus, turn 14, which turns into 15, which is Stavlo, and then 16, coming here in a wee minute. Just coming up, just coming up, just coming up. There's 16. And that's coming onto the Cours Paul Frere. No idea what that means. I think he's a driver or something. Anyway, Blanchimont here. I like this corner. That's probably my favourite corner on the whole track, to be honest. And 18, 19, and 20. This is 20 here. Right here. That's 20. That's the chicane. And on to the start-finish straight, just about across the line for a 1:52.4. Beautifully done. Meant to be pitting, I'm not sure I will. The race is still going pretty slowly. Nothing much happening. I'm being caught by Alonso now. Vettel seems to be overtaken. Hitting the wall a wee bit there. Bad driver. Other than that, it's not a lot going on, to be honest. Maybe I'll crash for the amusement in a minute. Or maybe not. I don't know. Wait and see, keep watching. You're clearly loving it. Either way, I'm up 0.08 on my previous lap, so, or on the, actually on my previous lap I think, or whatever, but anyway, it's a purple sector, so I'll take it. Once again, skidding wide on that corner back there, always happens, pretty slow, understeer is a bit of a problem for me in this track at the moment I think. Let's see if I can keep it on the track in this corner. Very slowly going down there, being caught by Alonso. He's right on my arse now. Which isn't too fantastic.
Box, box, box.
Being called into the pit, but my tyres are hardly worn, to be honest, so I'm not sure it's worth going in quite yet. Wait and see. While we're waiting to find out if I go into the pits, we can always talk about the qualifying which happened today. Lewis Hamilton managed to nick the pole right at the end there. I was hoping Di Resta would get it, just because I quite like Di Resta. He's a fellow Scot, and he's seems like a good guy, pretty quick as well. I wish he'd get a better car. It's not really his fault, but I wish somebody would give him a better drive. You know, he's deserving of it, I think. But either way, he's pretty unlucky. It would have been nice if his with his 50th race if he'd got his first pole, but not to be. You never know, he might win tomorrow. That would be great. But Hamilton, I'm happy he got it over Vettel, because I can't stand Vettel, to be honest. He annoys me a bit. And what's up with his hair? Just saying that. But yeah, I like Rosberg, I like Hamilton, I like Mercedes. I mean, they're both at that. And Lotus, I like Raikkonen. I quite like Grosjean. I mean, he might crash a lot, but he's kind of seems like a nice enough guy. So I like Lotus and Mercedes. That's probably my two favourites. I like Button as well at Mercedes, but McLaren Mercedes. But I'm not a huge fan of Perez. He seems a bit annoying. So either way, I'm glad to see Hamilton doing well. A little disappointed with how Lotus fared, but they weren't. They've still got a chance. Surprised at how far the Ferraris were back down the grid, but I think they were just a bit unlucky with the weather. Certainly that's what Alonso seemed to say, so hopefully see them taking a charge up, and a lot of cars are quite similar at the moment, so it'll be a good race hopefully. Quite looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, so just have to wait and see. Either way, about to start lap 7, maybe going into the pits now, I think. Yeah, putting on the lean mix for the pits, don't want to waste fuel, and hate this pit entrance, that's a really bad entry, but it works in the end. I've got Grosjean behind me, so we're going to be double stacking, which screws him over because I took an extra lap. Sorry though, man. But have fun waiting anyway. I'm not such an ass of a teammate.
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Have to warm up the tyres. They'll warm up a little bit over this straight up to all the way up to the chicane at Lecumbe, but this is the Kemmel straight up here, by the way, just for your names if you wish to know. But
we have a gap of around 4 seconds between you and the next car.
But yeah, I came out second, which is quite good. Alonso's now quite a bit behind me, so that's staying out for that extra lap did seem to have helped, which is quite nice. So yeah, so far so good. No major incidents yet, so nothing really much more to say. I'll talk about a few more facts, I suppose. Ferrari have the most wins at Spa, well, at the Belgian Grand Prix, with 16 wins to McLaren's 14, who come second. 2012 race was won by Button. Fastest race was actually by Bruno Senna, who is no longer in Formula 1. He was with the Williams, of course. Yeah, and Button got off 1 minute 47.5 for his pole position, so 0.3 off Vettel's lap record, but not too bad. Obviously Button didn't get pole again this year, but they seem to be doing a wee bit better, which is nice to see. Always nice when McLaren are actually up there. Well, some of you might hate McLaren, but I personally quite like to see them up there. So hopefully they'll be up there in the race, maybe getting a few more points, because they've been having a pretty crap season. So hopefully they get that together, and really get a nice tight ending to the season would be quite good. Force India and McLaren are currently fighting quite a lot, as Alonso is now right up my rear, trying to DRS me, but I think he's not going to manage it. Engineers moaning about my cool brakes. That's always an issue on Spa because of the long corners, but also lack of braking a lot of times, and you brake hard on that that chicane at Blanchimont, but a lot of the time, up Eau Rouge and whatnot, you're not braking, you're just flat, so you are cooling your brakes quite a lot. And if you look at the car, the Lotus here, it seems to have pretty big brake ducts. I assume that's because they actually all look the same on every track, but I don't know, maybe not. I'll have to investigate that sometime. Investigate it on Monza and Monaco and a few other tracks and see whether it's all different sizes or not. Because Monaco generally has the biggest because it's a lot of braking. Yeah, so 7 seconds behind Hamilton, still in second position. 0.3 in front of Alonso, who will keep DRSing me. But doesn't seem to have much of a chance of getting past me, which is nice. I'm not really sure if anything of interest will happen in this race or not. Put a comment below and see where you think I'll finish from this lap. 3 laps to go, where do you think I'll finish? If you get it right, I'll give you a thumb up. Yeah, I've not got any t-shirts to give you. We're not that kind of channel. Sorry. Either way, building a bit of time again out of La Source there on Alonso. Really, he'll catch me up pretty much on this just here and then on the DRS. So I'll move to the middle a bit. Make sure he goes down on the outside if he's trying to overtake me, but he's again finding it hard to catch me, and then I can move back across a wee bit because he's not right up behind me, and then take the corner, try and hit the apexes as much as I can. I think I need a lot of practice on Spa. I just keep missing most of the apexes. Like this one's a nightmare, I always mark this one up, but see if I can get this corner correct this time. Beautifully done. For reference, that was Puyong. Again, I keep forgetting to mention these names, but I should, so. Well, I think, yeah, it was, yeah. I was just about to say I think it was, but yeah, it was. I was getting it confused with Stavlo, which is the one I've just went out there. So yeah, so far so good.
Fuel is looking okay, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Boobity boobity boo. La Source, lap 10. Not long to go now. If you're still here, congratulations. If you're not still here, well, I'm sorry, I probably made this a wee bit too boring for you. But there's not much going on, so I don't know. There's only so many facts you can give out in one race, which I think I've pretty much come to the end of, sadly. So hitting the limiter once again into that chicane. Yeah, apologies for the quietness there, I was just thinking about life. This lap's going quite well though, so hopefully going for a new fastest lap, I think. Down up to the ditch to try and give me a wee boost out of the final corners. See if I can get a fastest lap here. Through the final chicane, try and get on the throttle. Run to the line, and it's a 1:51.531, which is a second and a half faster than last lap, so that's quite good, huh? Thumbs up for a fastest lap. Yeah, that's me lapping Carter-Kane, who's no longer in Formula 1 either. But yeah, fastest lap. That's nice, but at the same time, still not that fast. pretty rubbish on this circuit, as I said. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I'll get better. I should probably practice it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't seem to play it that often online. I think it's just this. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's a good enough race when you have like folk that are racing you, but otherwise I find it a bit boring as a circuit. But and that's me skidding quite a lot on that corner this time. You saw that. Yeah, I need to find exactly what I can do to go around that corner fastest. You see the old drivers go, stay quite tight to the curb, but you have to slow down a lot to do that in this game. I don't know if that's like actually correct or not. So yeah, have to wait and see. This lap's nowhere near as fast as the previous one, though, I think, so. So yeah, I have to just wait and see how that goes, but yeah, almost a second and a half slower. Either way, it looks like I'm going to get second position, so that's pretty, quite a simple race, really not much is going on. Coming into the chicane for the final time, Hamilton's just got the win, and I'm coming to take second position, which is always a nice bonus, a podium and whatnot, so a wee twirl at the end there just for fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. Please subscribe. We've got better videos than this. Quick race series are generally better. I'll have some links to them at the end, and hope to see you again soon. So yeah, thank you.